Hey, what's up, Sonic fans? This is BW1979. I'm here with my monthly opinions about the Sonic comic book. As you know, recently issue 177 just came out. Actually, not 177. Issue 178 just came out. And I can tell you, as I mentioned in my reviews, my text review and my regular review, it is one of the best issues I've ever read. I have to say that a lot of fans have kind of had their opinions about what's really going on with the characters. But I truly think that something's going to come out of it. Like I said in my review, I truly believe we're going to have a compromise that's going to come out of it. You know, I truly do. But overall, it's a great issue, and I've been seeing the previews for the upcoming issues, like with the return of Urjak and everything, and the fact that the final part of the Urjak story is going to have Shadow's return in it. I think it's really going to be tremendous, and I think a lot of people are going to enjoy what happens. So, you know, that's all I have to say right now. I don't have much to say until I get issue 179. But like I said, overall it was a great issue, and I think there's going to be a lot more happening. But one thing I do want to say, and I mentioned this in my review, and I truly believe this is going to be done. I could be wrong. But you got to think back over what's happened in the past couple of issues, especially with Line of Succession, which was Ken Pender's last story. Tails saw Fiona and Sonic making out, if you will, kissing, if you will, and that upset Tails to the point that he was on the edge, ended up going on the edge. And to me, this whole Tails versus Sonic thing is very reminiscent of Leonardo versus Raphael in the Ninja Turtles. Because you got to realize back then, Raphael was sick and tired of gotten to the point that he was sick and tired of following Leonardo's orders. He was wanting to call his own shots, do his own thing, but deep down he knew he couldn't, because Leonardo was, even though Leonardo was his brother, he was also his leader, and that Leonardo had more experience than him. But that's why. But I see a lot of that in this whole Tails Sonic situation. I see a lot of that because, the way Tails is reacting towards Sonic, and especially on the last page, where Tails tells Sonic as they're about to collide, "You've had this coming." With his fist up. And he says, "No, wait," call Sonic a jerk, like I said, and says he has this coming. So, like I said, that's very reminiscent of the whole Leonardo-Raphael deal. And as I mentioned, I would not be surprised that Tails mentions Fiona, the Fiona situation, among other things, during the fight in the next issue, if they continue fighting. I would not be surprised. And I would not also be surprised if he comes out and says, "Hey, if Fiona was with me, she wouldn't have betrayed us." I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I'm not saying I am. I'm not saying I am, but those are just my opinions. I think that's what's going to happen. Like I said, I truly think there's going to be a compromise coming up that's going to be settled. And I think Elias or Sally is finally going to stand up to the father and say, "Hey, look, we understand that you want to keep the monarchy alive and well, but the time has come for the monarchy to kind of step aside and let the people do what they have to do." Because if you realize, remember what Amelia said, that the only time that the kingdom was successful was when a group of children, Sonic, Sally, Antoine, Bunny, Dulcie, Rotor, Tails, gathered together, formed the Knothole Council, the Freedom Fighters, and defeated the original Robotnik. That's the only time they were ever successful before the king officially made his comeback. And as I also mentioned, and I truly believe this, there was one time that King Max had to step down because he was injured or was incapacitated and not able to perform his duties. And this is very similar to that. So I would not be surprised if King Max, is in that same situation to where he feels he's just got to get 100% again, and then he'll be able to retake the throne. Because remember, his children never wanted to be a king and a queen, or rule half the throne. But, so that's why I think King Max is acting the way he is, because he sees the fact that sooner or later he's going to heal, and he's going to be able to resume his duties as the true king. But I would not be surprised if some of his attitude is being influenced by Mammoth Mogul. The same with Tails and Sonic, but we're just going to have to find out with the next issue. And as I said, 181 and 182. They're looking real good. 180's looking real good. I can tell you this right now, I'm not going to be surprised that when we reach 200, we have a story we can all be proud of and we can all remember for a long time. I would not be surprised. Well, one bit. But until next month, peace out.